Okay. The girl went behind the bar and sat out a cold grape soda and a dark bottle of beer for Andy. They sat with backs to the bar, Jay in the middle with his head down sipping at his soda, the dark-haired white-skinned bar girl on his right with legs crossed showing her knees and thighs. Jay was impressed with the way she tossed her wavy hair by her smiles and laughing, her flower smell, and the rose blushes on her cheeks. On the other side, Andy leaned back against the bar and threw his head back as he drank. Both of them joked and laughed and had a great time over him as he sat hunched and drank his soda. He felt like they were all three in on something. Then it was over. He jumped down. The girl said to come back when he grew up. He and Andy hoofed it back fast down the hot, straight cut to the trestle. Andy quickly checked the line and tossed the limp lizard away, broke off the pole tip and wrapped up the line on it, then the fast hike through the woods and up the field to the house. Jay told Andy thanks when they reached the steps and watched him head around to Miss Lizzie's. He even heard the start of his story. Didn't get a thing. His own answers to Vida seemed to satisfy. Over to a trestle on the railroad. It sure was hot. Andy tried a lizard. No, not even a nibble. Jay felt sneaky about the whole thing and stayed away from Miss Lizzie a few days. When he went back, she was just the same, listening to the Melody Boys in the morning and the Grand Ole Opry on Saturday nights. She began deviling him and Mr. Thomas to cut her some bundles of sagegrass from the field as soon as it got what she called a bright color. Meantime, he learned a little more about the neighborhood. Not many people lived right close except Ella's family down the branch on the other side in an unpainted house set high on blocks. She had two younger brothers, Bud, bigger and 2 years older than Jay, and Les, about his age. Both were tanned and with lank brown hair. They looked nothing like Ella, who was kind of orangey blonde all over with curly hair even on her legs. Jay went farther down the road toward town to explore the creek where it crossed the road. It was beautifully clear there, and he was easily able to watch several different fishes, bass and sunfishes, and lots of brightly colored darters and chubs. While he watched, Ella's brothers suddenly came along the bank. They showed him more of Mixon Creek, then took him up the branch to their house. It sat about 3 feet high on posts, and the yard looked like an overflow area with stuff scattered around. They didn't invite him in. It was late anyway, so he walked up the branch to home. On another day, he met them on the creek, and they tried to get him to smoke some cigarettes they had. He tried it enough to know he didn't like it, even if it was a grown-up thing. And that's the end of this section.